Hey guys, Super Markanites here, and I'm officially back at my apartment. I spent Christmas away, so I couldn't make videos, but now that I'm back, I can start making videos. So every time a holiday comes around where someone has to buy me something, usually what ends up happening is they say, "You're really hard to shop for this year. I can't pin you. It's gonna be a rough year. You're not gonna get much." And then I'm like, "Oh, what makes me so hard to buy for?" And then they tell me, "Because you don't give me ideas. You don't like anything." And then I'm like, "Yes, I do. I like anything Pokemon. If you get me Pokemon or Star Wars, I am in love. Like, I'm gonna be super excited." And then they roll their eyes and they're like, "You don't actually like that. That's not something that you actually like. That you like it. You like that, but come on." Like, of course I do. I like Pokemon. I wouldn't pretend that I like Pokemon, but then the holiday comes around and I don't get anything Pokemon. So usually that's how it goes. This year was completely different. This year I got a ton of Pokemon stuff. People actually listened to me, so it was super awesome, and that's why I thought that I'd make this video, because I know there are probably a lot of people that know people or family members, have friends or something that like Pokemon, but they don't know to what extent they would want Pokemon stuff. For lack of a better title, we're just gonna go with what to buy Pokemon fans. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is just go for the smaller, less expensive things first, and then gradually get bigger or more expensive in that way. So if you're doing like a Secret Santa, or maybe you're a friend of a friend of a friend and you have to get a gift for somebody and you don't really wanna spend too much on them, but you don't wanna go empty-handed, Pokemon paper, Pokemon pencils, I have Pokemon stickers here. If I got one of these things, it'd be kind of bogus. I'd be kind of like annoyed. If I got all of these things and they put it in like a crafty Pokemon mug, this is something that I want to receive. A few more cheap things, everyday life. I have a Pokeball keychain. It was only $10 from Hot Topic. I put it in my pocket and I leave this hanging out so it looks like I have a Pokeball strapped to my hip. And so many people comment on it and like think it's awesome for some weird reason. And also I have this Pikachu wallet. Don't judge me, it's super worn out. Just like things like this, Pokemon on real life things like a wallet or a mug or pencils or paper. These things come together to make really awesome gifts. The next thing that you can buy somebody that a Pokemon fan is really gonna love, which you probably don't think they will, is like little toys or figurines. They are so freaking awesome, and most people overlook them completely because they're so small, so people just like associate that with being valueless. But I have a display. Like, this is what this is. Those are amiibos, but seriously, these are awesome for like a TV stand or a desk in a room. Like, this is what we want. They're usually not that expensive. Sometimes they can get kind of pricey, but they usually don't range past, if they're the bigger ones, like they won't go past like $20. I've had this one since I was very little. I don't even know how old. This is when Pokemon first started airing, and we got these. So I don't know, maybe when I was like 5 years old, and I still have it because it's awesome. These are things that we keep forever, and you wouldn't think that we do, but we do. Another huge thing for most Pokemon fans that a lot of people think are childish that we don't actually want, which we definitely do, are Pokemon trading cards. If you're gonna buy cards for people, booster packs or blister, those are the words you're looking for, blister packs or booster packs. So I keep all my foils because I'm insane. They look like this, and they come with 10 cards each inside, and if you're buying one pack, then it's only like $5. If you get 3, it should be like a 12, maybe something like that. This is what a tin looks like. There's a bunch of different ones. They say what's in them on it. These are really good gifts. Like, if you just need to run to Target and bring something to someone, this is a really good thing to get, because I light up every time I see a Pokemon tin. They're super fun to open, and a lot of times they do come with these. So you're like 2 birds, 1 stone with that. As you can see, there are sleeves that these go in, and you can get the sleeves at Walmart, like right next to where the cards are. They're really easy to find. They're pages of 3 by 3. These are great to get with cards too if people are just starting out collecting, because it gives you something to put your cards in and keep them steady. If you don't want to buy a big pack of sleeves, there are little sleeves in Pokemon decks. So these are fun to get too. You can put cards in here for beginners. Usually, if people are Pokemon fans, then they're definitely collecting Pokemon cards. The next thing that I think whoever you're buying for is really gonna love if they love Pokemon is Pokemon hats. You guys have seen this one on my channel. I've worn it in shiny hunts and regular videos. I'm not a hat person at all. I haven't worn hats since middle school, and that was a nightmare. I used to feel dumb wearing hats, but when I'm wearing a Pokemon hat, I don't feel that way anymore. Suddenly the feeling of trying to look cool or something goes away when it's about Pokemon. I got a few more for Christmas. This one, it's got Pikachu and a bunch of Pokeballs on it. There's something about Pokemon hats that are different than normal hats for me. This one I wear forwards. Just, it kind of looks dumb backward. It doesn't fit right, so it makes my head look abnormally tall, weird, large. And then I got a few beanies too. This one, it just has a Pokeball on it. Nice simple look. So there's that one. I'll be wearing these in all my videos, and I'm sure that whoever you're buying for is really gonna love having a Pokemon hat as well. To go with my hats, I also got this other accessory. It's a Pokemon scarf, and it's got Pokeballs all the way down it, and Pikachu's, I don't know, yeah, you can see it. I live in Florida. I don't have snow, I don't have cold. I have no reason to have this scarf, but I was super excited to open it just because it was Pokemon. The next thing that I think that people are really gonna like to get if they like Pokemon are Pokemon t-shirts. And I'm wearing one now. This one I bought for myself. I know it's Christmas themed. I bought this before Christmas and it didn't come till after, so I never got the chance to wear it in a video, but it's like a Christmas Pokemon sweater and I think it's awesome. All my friends that like Pokemon have Pokemon shirts and they love them, so that's just the thing. Here is an Arcanine shirt that I have. It kind of looks shiny except for the front of it, but super awesome. I'm really happy to finally be able to rep an Arcanine since it's my mascot. These shirts, most of them were from redbubble.com as well, so if you like any of these designs, you can probably find them on there. This one is probably my favorite that I got, and it is the Legendary Dogs silhouettes. Not your typical shirts, not something that you'd find in like Target. So they're very nice, really good material, and definitely great gifts for people. These are all the badges from Generation 1. This one is totally awesome too. It's the line, evolutionary line of Dragonite, and that is my favorite Pokemon, arguably. It's really hard for me to say what my favorite Pokemon is, but when it comes down to it, if I were to need a Pokemon in real life, Dragonite would be my go-to. These next two aren't for every Pokemon fan. These are just for like the hardcore shiny hunters or people that like to collect systems, but that's exactly what it is games and systems. I don't count how many systems I have a ton of them. I brought most of them out here. You can see there's games in each of them, whether it's Leaf Green, Fire Red, we don't care what generation it is. Anything from Gold and Silver up to the new X and Y. I have a couple games here, as you can see, and my limited edition Pikachu 3DS. This is probably one of my favorite gifts that I ever got. Shiny hunters try to hunt and get as many shinies as they can so they can use the help. So if you get them a game or you get them a system, that's something that they're really gonna love. And the last thing, probably the best thing that I got this Christmas, just because it was such a surprise and something that I really love and I haven't had one before, it is, yep, you guessed it, Pokemon plushies. I got this Pikachu, it's a Build-A-Bear actually. Any plushies work, people love plushies to death. I know they're stuffed animals and I know that we're not children, but sometimes you gotta just give up on those stereotypes and just love them. I'm not ashamed to say I do sleep with this. It's the softest thing I've felt in a very long time. Something special about the Build-A-Bear, I think it was like, it might be $30 or more, I'm not sure. It came in this box, and it came with a promo Pikachu card. So that's really cool for card collectors as well. But I haven't had a plushie in a very long time. When I was little, I had maybe one or two, but I was too much of a dumpster baby and I didn't keep them. So this was just like amazing to have because people don't associate me with stuffed animals, so they don't think to get me Pokemon plushies. This one's huge. It's like the size of my torso, as you can see here. It's super big. It's like a small toddler, but I wouldn't have it any other way. It's probably my favorite gift that I got this year, and definitely if you're thinking about getting a plush for someone but think that it might be corny, do not. Pokemon fans absolutely love plushies, and they are gonna absolutely love whatever you get them. So that's it, that's my countdown. There is tons more, I'm sure, that you can get somebody, but this is just to give you an idea and give you kind of like an outlook on what the perspective of someone that likes Pokemon is, so that you know that we actually like this stuff and you can get us this stuff and not feel bad about it. So that's gonna do it for this edition of my videos. If you agree with any of these, or if you got an idea to give somebody from this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you want some of this stuff but are too afraid to say it, feel free to use this video to send to someone so that you can get the point across. But until next time, this is Supreme Arcanine signing out. I'll see you guys later.